Welcome to the Soft Scoop, where the headlines are soft, the stories are slower, and the goal is simple, to help you relax, unwind, and maybe even drift off. Let's catch up. Quietly. Tonight, we're exploring a quiet revolution unfolding in the heart of the luxury fashion industry. In recent weeks, TikTok has been flooded with videos from Chinese factory owners and suppliers, revealing a reality that could reshape how we view luxury itself. These videos provide glimpses into factories buzzing with skilled workers, meticulously assembling the products we associate with high-end brands, challenging long-held beliefs about European craftsmanship and exclusivity. In recent years, the global luxury market has undergone subtle, yet profound changes, influenced by evolving consumer values, digital connectivity, and geopolitical tensions. Historically, luxury was perceived as inherently European, synonymous with old-world elegance, artisanal skills passed down through generations, and narratives deeply rooted in heritage. However, globalization and technological advancements have gradually eroded this exclusivity, making luxury more accessible, and its production increasingly international. For decades, the allure of brands like Louis Vuitton, Prada, and Dior has been intertwined with notions of exclusivity, heritage, and European craftsmanship. The image of skilled artisans in small Italian workshops or French ateliers has been central to the marketing narrative of these brands. Consumers have willingly paid premium prices for products supposedly handcrafted by European masters, viewing these items as investments in tradition and quality. But beneath this carefully cultivated image lies a more complex reality, one that's now being exposed through the unfiltered lens of social media. TikTok has rapidly evolved into a powerful platform for these groundbreaking disclosures. Chinese manufacturers are leveraging the app to showcase not just their impressive craftsmanship, but also rigorous quality control processes and the detailed, intricate work involved in creating high-end luxury items. These videos pull back the curtain on production methods that luxury brands have traditionally kept hidden from public view. One particularly influential video that went viral comes from an account known as Bag Bestie One. In this compelling clip, a Chinese factory owner speaks authoritatively from his production floor, asserting confidently that he has been supplying numerous well-known European luxury brands for over 30 years. Although his original account has mysteriously vanished, reposted clips continue to widely circulate on TikTok and Twitter, creating waves of discussion across platforms. He candidly explains that products, especially high-end handbags, are primarily manufactured in China before being exported to Europe, where they undergo final finishing touches and subsequently receive the coveted Made in Italy or Made in France label. His matter-of-fact delivery and detailed knowledge of production processes lend credibility to claims that many in the industry have long suspected but rarely discussed openly. "We make everything here," he states in the video, gesturing to rows of skilled workers crafting what appear to be designer bags. The only difference is the label that's added later. Other content further amplifies these claims. A user prominently features stacks of sneakers purportedly from luxury brands such as Louis Vuitton and Gucci, openly marketing them as high-quality replicas sold for a fraction of their genuine retail prices. The visual similarity between these items and their authentic counterparts is striking, raising questions about the true value differential between original luxury goods and their so-called replicas. Meanwhile, other accounts showcase detailed reproductions of Birkenstock's iconic Boston clogs, offering these items at prices dramatically lower than their authentic counterparts. The craftsmanship displayed in these videos appears meticulous, with attention to detail that would be expected from luxury manufacturers. An account known as Luna Sourcing China, led by a woman simply named Luna, regularly provides detailed guided tours of factories and international trade fairs like Expo Drive Wanchai in Hong Kong. Luna confidently asserts in her videos that approximately 80% of luxury accessories, beauty products, and even knitwear are initially manufactured in Chinese factories before the final branding steps, logos and labels, are completed in European facilities. "This is the hidden reality of luxury," Luna explains in one video, walking through a factory floor filled with workers crafting what appear to be designer items. The same hands making the $2,000 bag are making the $200 replica. The difference is just the label and where the final touches happen. Her videos frequently conclude with open invitations for viewers to directly purchase these ambiguously authentic products from manufacturers themselves, bypassing traditional luxury retail channels and their substantial markups. This innovative, direct-to-consumer approach is disrupting traditional retail models in profound ways. It democratizes access to luxury quality goods, compelling consumers to reevaluate their purchasing decisions. Shoppers now confront a stark choice: paying premium prices for officially branded luxury items, or purchasing strikingly similar products directly from these manufacturers at dramatically lower costs. The economic implications are significant. Luxury brands have historically maintained profit margins of 60 to 70% on their products, justifying these markups through narratives of exclusivity, craftsmanship, and heritage. But if consumers can access products of comparable quality directly from manufacturers at a fraction of the cost, the foundation of this business model becomes increasingly unstable. One TikTok account, run by a factory manager who goes by Chen, showcases the production of leather goods that bear striking resemblances to items from renowned luxury houses. In his videos, Chen walks viewers through each step of the manufacturing process, from the selection of materials to the final quality control inspection. "We use the same leather, the same techniques, sometimes even the same machines," Chen explains in a video that garnered millions of views. "The difference is that we sell directly to you without the markup that comes with a famous name." Another account features a woman named Wei, who specializes in high-end knitwear production. Her videos show rows of advanced knitting machines and skilled workers finishing garments that could easily be mistaken for luxury brands. Wei frequently compares items side by side, one bearing a luxury label and priced at over $1,000, the other made in her factory and available for under $200. "Look closely," she invites viewers. "Can you tell the difference? Because our customers can't." These revelations have sparked heated discussions among luxury consumers. Comment sections overflow with reactions ranging from disbelief to vindication. "I knew it all along," writes one user. "The emperor has no clothes," comments another. Some luxury enthusiasts defend their preferred brands, arguing that the value lies not just in the physical product, but in the heritage and prestige of the name itself. The broader context behind these videos cannot be ignored. Amid escalating trade tensions and newly imposed tariffs between the United States and China, intensified by renewed political and economic confrontations, these disclosures appear strategically timed. Speculation across social media suggests these videos represent an indirect nationalistic response by Chinese manufacturers frustrated by ongoing economic disputes. The timing is particularly notable given the recent implementation of additional tariffs on Chinese imports under renewed trade policies. These measures have placed significant pressure on Chinese manufacturing sectors, including those producing luxury goods and components. By revealing their role in luxury production, these manufacturers appear to be sending a message: the global luxury industry is more dependent on Chinese craftsmanship than brands would like to admit. A factory owner who identifies himself as Mr. Zhang directly addresses this issue in one widely shared video. "For decades, we have quietly made the products that European brands claim as their own. Now, with these tariffs threatening our livelihoods, perhaps it's time consumers understood who really creates the luxury they covet." While no official confirmation exists regarding the removal of previously confidential manufacturing clauses, this unprecedented transparency undeniably aligns with strained international economic relations. Industry insiders suggest that manufacturing contracts between luxury brands and Chinese factories typically include strict confidentiality agreements, making these public revelations particularly surprising and potentially consequential. Economic analysts note that these revelations come at a particularly vulnerable time for luxury brands. Post-pandemic shifts in consumer behavior, coupled with inflation concerns and economic uncertainty, have already created challenges for the sector. The additional scrutiny of production practices and pricing strategies could further complicate recovery efforts for traditional luxury houses. "What we're seeing is a perfect storm of disruption for luxury brands," explains Dr. Sophia Chang, a retail economist specializing in luxury markets, in a recent industry publication. "Economic pressures, changing consumer values, and now this unprecedented transparency about production realities, it's forcing a fundamental reconsideration of what luxury means and how it's priced." Nevertheless, despite the compelling nature of these claims, skepticism remains prudent. Consider iconic products such as Hermes Birkin bags or Birkenstocks. Both possess well-documented supply chains explicitly rooted in France and Germany, respectively. Hermes, in particular, is known for maintaining strict control over its production, with most of its legendary bags crafted in small French workshops by artisans who trained for years to master their craft. Thus, while some of these TikTok videos undoubtedly reveal genuine behind-the-scenes operations of luxury brands, others might mix authentic disclosures with exaggerations or misrepresentations, potentially confusing viewers regarding what genuinely qualifies as authentic luxury versus mere refined imitations. Luxury brands have responded to these revelations with carefully measured statements. A spokesperson for LVMH, the world's largest luxury group and owner of brands like Louis Vuitton and Dior, released a statement emphasizing the company's commitment to excellence in craftsmanship across our global production network. The statement notably avoided directly addressing the specific claims made in the viral videos. Other brands have taken a more direct approach. The CEO of a mid-sized Italian luxury house, speaking anonymously to industry publication WWD, acknowledged that the reality of luxury production is more complex than marketing narratives might suggest, adding that what matters is quality control, design integrity, and the final product, not necessarily the geographic location of every production step. Expert voices have emerged to provide context for these revelations. Dr. Elizabeth Currid-Halkett, author of The Sum of Small Things, A Theory of the Aspirational Class, notes in a recent podcast interview that luxury has always been about storytelling as much as craftsmanship. These videos aren't necessarily revealing something entirely new, but rather making visible what the industry has strategically kept in the background. Fashion historian Dr. Valerie Steele offers a more nuanced perspective. The relationship between European luxury houses and Asian manufacturing has evolved over decades. What's new isn't the manufacturing location, but the transparency about it. Historically, brands have emphasized design, quality control, and heritage while downplaying production geography. For consumers, these revelations prompt profound questions about value and authenticity. If a bag that sells for $3,000 at a luxury boutique is materially similar to one available directly from a manufacturer for $300, what exactly is the premium paying for? Is it design innovation, quality control, brand heritage, social signaling, or simply clever marketing? One notably viral video features a factory owner candidly stating, "For more than 30 years, we have been the OEM factory for most luxury brands worldwide, you name it. But I am not proud because we were only making wages and the profit margins for those actually crafting the bags remain very low." This poignant admission has further fueled consumer skepticism toward the traditional luxury narrative. Social media comments reflect this growing consumer awareness and changing attitudes. "I feel both vindicated and duped," writes one luxury consumer on Twitter. "I've spent thousands on bags that apparently cost a fraction to produce." Another comments, "I don't mind paying for quality and design, but I do mind being fed misleading stories about where and how my purchases are made." Yet others defend their luxury purchases, emphasizing elements beyond physical production. "When I buy luxury, I'm buying the creativity of the designers, the heritage of the house, the experience of the boutique, and yes, the social cachet of the brand," explains one luxury influencer in a response video. "I'm not naive about production realities." Survey data suggests these revelations are having tangible impacts on consumer behavior. According to a recent poll by consumer research firm Edited, 62% of luxury shoppers report being more skeptical about luxury pricing and marketing claims after exposure to these manufacturing videos. Furthermore, 41% indicate they are more likely to consider alternative sources for their next luxury purchase. The psychological dimension of luxury consumption adds another layer of complexity. Dr. Maya Rodriguez, a consumer psychologist specializing in luxury behavior, explains that luxury purchases fulfill deep psychological needs related to status, belonging, and self-perception. These revelations create cognitive dissonance for consumers who must now reconcile their desire for status symbols with new information that challenges the narrative they've bought into. Beyond questions of value and authenticity, these revelations raise important ethical considerations about labor practices, sustainability, and transparency in the luxury sector. The videos unwittingly highlight the disparity between the high prices charged by luxury brands and the compensation received by the workers who craft these items. In one particularly poignant video, a factory supervisor named Lee shows viewers the skilled artisans who hand-stitch leather goods. These craftspeople have decades of experience, she explains. They create beauty with their hands every day, yet they earn just a small fraction of what the final product sells for. The environmental implications are equally significant. If products are manufactured in Asia and then shipped to Europe simply to receive finishing touches and labels, the carbon footprint of luxury goods may be considerably higher than brands have acknowledged. This reality conflicts with the increasing sustainability commitments made by many luxury houses in recent years. Human rights advocates have also entered the conversation, raising questions about working conditions and fair compensation throughout the luxury supply chain. These videos offer rare glimpses into production facilities that luxury brands have traditionally kept hidden from public view, notes Mei Zhang of the Ethical Manufacturing Alliance. This transparency, however unintended, could ultimately benefit workers by putting pressure on brands to ensure fair practices throughout their supply chains. Some luxury brands have responded by emphasizing their ethical commitments. Kering, the parent company of Gucci, Saint Laurent, and other luxury brands, recently expanded its sustainability reporting to include more details about manufacturing locations and working conditions. Similarly, smaller luxury players like Gabriela Hearst and Stella McCartney have doubled down on transparency, providing detailed information about where and how their products are made. Yet, irrespective of individual claim accuracy, the broader implications remain significant and undeniable. Luxury fashion now faces unprecedented scrutiny from informed consumers who increasingly prioritize authenticity, transparency, and ethical production practices. Traditional luxury brands must urgently reevaluate their long-standing narratives and supply chain structures in response to these new market realities. The luxury industry stands at a crossroads. The conventional model built on opaque supply chains, geographic mystique, and extreme price markups faces growing challenges from both consumers and alternative business models. Several potential futures are emerging. Some luxury brands are embracing radical transparency, recognizing that informed consumers will increasingly demand authenticity in all aspects of the brands they support. These companies are providing detailed information about where and how their products are made, the compensation provided to workers, and the true costs involved in production. The future of luxury isn't in maintaining illusions, but in creating genuine value that justifies premium pricing, argues Maria Soleimani, founder of a new transparent luxury label. We tell our customers exactly where our products are made, by whom, and how costs break down. We still charge premium prices, but for innovation, sustainability, and fair wages throughout our supply chain. Other luxury houses are doubling down on localized production, moving manufacturing closer to their historical roots to strengthen authenticity claims. LVMH recently announced significant investments in French and Italian manufacturing facilities, creating training programs for new generations of European craftspeople. Similarly, Chanel has expanded its specialized ateliers in Paris, focusing on preserving traditional craftsmanship. A third approach sees luxury brands embracing a hybrid model, acknowledging global production realities while emphasizing their control over design, quality standards, and final finishing. The future of luxury isn't about pretending everything is made in Europe, explains fashion futurist Li Chen. It's about honoring the global nature of craftsmanship while maintaining the distinctive elements that make luxury products special. Perhaps most interesting is the emergence of new luxury paradigms that challenge traditional models entirely. Direct-to-consumer brands are building luxury offerings based on exceptional quality, sustainable practices, and transparent pricing rather than heritage narratives. These brands openly discuss their manufacturing partners across the globe, celebrating craftsmanship wherever it exists. Moreover, this unfolding scenario underscores a broader shift in global consumer behavior. The previously dominant hyper-consumption cycle, driven relentlessly by seasonal fashion trends and rapid product obsolescence, now encounters resistance from a generation increasingly concerned with sustainability, authenticity, and ethical practices. Today's consumers question the genuine worth of luxury goods. Are premium prices truly reflective of superior craftsmanship and heritage, or merely inflated by brand prestige and marketing strategies? The answer likely lies somewhere in between, but the question itself represents a fundamental challenge to traditional luxury business models. Looking ahead, the industry may experience increased localization of production as brands seek greater control over their supply chains and heightened authenticity. Consumers, empowered by knowledge and transparency, could drive luxury brands towards sustainable practices that emphasize fair wages, humane working conditions, and environmental responsibility. Ultimately, this evolving landscape of luxury fashion signifies a broader cultural shift, highlighting how transparency and authenticity are becoming the new hallmarks of prestige and exclusivity in the contemporary market. The luxury industry's response to these demands will shape its future, potentially setting a new standard for what consumers deem truly valuable. These profound revelations prompt consumers to reconsider the true value embedded within luxury goods and question the narratives traditionally propagated by high-end brands. Looking ahead, the transparency emerging from these disclosures could fundamentally reshape fashion industry operations. Luxury might shift away from exclusivity derived solely from mysterious origins and increasingly emphasize demonstrable quality and ethical transparency. Brands openly communicating their supply chain practices and adhering to ethical manufacturing standards may find themselves better positioned in a marketplace driven by conscientious and well-informed consumers. Industry analysts predict that successful luxury brands of the future will build value propositions around more substantive elements: exceptional design, material innovation, sustainable practices, ethical production, and meaningful customer experiences. Geographic manufacturing locations may become less important than transparency about those locations and the conditions under which products are made. As Diana Vreeland, the legendary fashion editor, once said, "The eye has to travel." In today's interconnected world, perhaps it's time for luxury to acknowledge that craftsmanship travels too, existing wherever skilled hands and dedication to quality can be found. That's it for tonight's episode of The Soft Scoop. Whether you're deeply invested in the world of fashion or simply curious about these quietly revolutionary revelations, we hope this exploration has gently illuminated the complexities of luxury in our modern world. Rated 4 yawns out of 5, because even the secrets of luxury can be soothing if explained softly. Sleep well, the world can wait.